Hey, pilot, welcome to Ready for Pushback. It's Nick Fialka. Let's talk about suits.
It all started as a spark. Maybe it was the sound of jets racing across the sky, or the feeling of your heart racing as you watch a crop duster flying low and slow. Even then, you knew you were meant to fly. For pilots, it's more than just a job. It's a calling. The early mornings, the long hours, the relentless training, you didn't do it for the money. You did it for that moment. That moment when the wheels lift off and the earth falls away beneath you. But flying is just the beginning. The journey to your dream job takes more than just skill in the sky. It takes strategy on the ground and a lifetime of learning.
Most pilots don't understand what career opportunities are available in the world of aviation. Learn how to go from good to great, from flight school to regional to major, and from hopeful to hired. Whether you're sharpening your skills, building your resume, or preparing for that big interview, this is where pilots come to level up. Let's get ready for Pushback. Here's your host and my dad, Nick Fialka.
If any of you have ever been to a pilot convention, you know that it is a stressful time unless you are going to hang out and meet people like when I go, not like me, but if you are me and you go to a convention, super awesome because it's no stress. It is a lot of fun. I'm not looking for a job and I'm just there to make everybody feel stoked and give free high fives. And that is my favorite thing. However, a lot of y'all going to the shows are looking for something. You're looking for a job. You're stressed out. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of anxious times. There's a lot of feelings. All the things are happening and it can be tough. And because it's a stressful time and you know it's difficult to pursue things in this industry, every single thing is expensive. Whether you decide to go to the conference or not, you're probably going to spend at least $1,000. You got hotels, you got food, you got airfare if you have to pay for it. You've got entry fees to the places. You know, all the things add up. Money goes out the door fast because you're already paying for your flight time and you're already paying for all your certs and you're already having to support a family and you're trying to get to where you need to go. Maybe you're moving, maybe you're getting out of the military, maybe you just took a low-time pilot job and you went somewhere far away. All these things add up. They get really stressful and it can be really difficult on your budget, but you're doing it for this idea that in the future, it's going to be all right and it's going to be great. But managing a family during that time, pursuing aviation is a huge task. And one of the things that I love about conferences is an opportunity to give back. And we try to do that every conference we go to. We try to give back to the pilot group. And so we have these breakout sessions that we do. And the breakout sessions, each sponsor gets a time for a breakout session. It's usually 20 to 30 minutes where you talk about what you're doing, right? With Spitfire, our group, we have a topic, we have a theme of things we're going to talk about. Some of the coaches come up to talk to you. Bill and Tron, the founders of Spitfire, come up and talk. And a lot of times they ask me to come up and talk, and they'll just say, "Hey, talk about something, get people motivated, get them spooled up, let them know." And so the last conference we went to was RTAG's, the last one of the year. And we went to this conference, we had a breakout, and I'll tell you what, it was standing room only. It was jam-packed, shoulder to shoulder in this huge place. And that's what I love. A lot of people coming to find out not just about Spitfire, but about the industry and about what makes you awesome and try to get you a little bit motivated. And so many people poured into that room to get some motivation for the conference. And so the way we run it, it's super fun. We give a little background on the organization, how we started, where we're going, what the results were so far for the year. And we talk about the fact that we are there to serve you. And literally, we are the only organization, the only interview prep organization that shows up consistently to every single conference. We are sponsors. We put our money where our mouth is. Why? Because we think that when you go to the conference, you need a place that you can feel comfortable, because nothing else at a conference is comfortable, because you're in a suit and you've got your resumes and you're like, did I brush my teeth? Did I wear deodorant? All those things. We're there to help you smooth your feathers, tell you it's going to be okay, and keep you stoked and keep you motivated, knowing that it's going to be great. So we work hard every single day to make sure that we are giving and helping more than any other organization out there. That's our goal. If we can do that, if we can just help harder, like, we know we're going to win. So while we're there, we also talk about to you how you can prepare yourself to speak to a recruiter. And at one point, when it's my turn to talk, probably my favorite part of the whole convention. I just, I talk. This is what I do. I come on the show. You and I sit down every Monday. We sit down every Thursday. We have a chat. I introduce you to somebody I met, somebody that can help you. And this is my chance to see you guys face to face. And boy, golly, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. This year, I wanted to talk about my journey when I did this, when we went up for on the stage. I want to talk about where I came from and how difficult it was for our family to make it from our decision to go to the airlines, from not flying to go to the airlines and try to find this path to a major airline. And it seemed impossible at the time. And it took way the hell longer than I ever thought it would take. It took over 5.5 years from soup to nuts to try to decide I'm going to go do this, to put in the effort at the regionals, to get to the ULCC, to make it to the major. And I felt like my timing was always terrible. And I felt like everybody else had already made that decision 10 years before me, and they were already doing great. And here I was, the helicopter guy, like, struggling to go do it. And there were some people in my life that offered my family a helping hand as we went along. And we really, really, really struggled. So much so, I spent my entire life savings through the regionals, because that was at a time when you were making like 30 something bucks an hour. And so I was making, you've heard me say it before, I was making $1,500 every 2 weeks. And we couldn't afford our friends from church were buying groceries for us, for our family, because I couldn't afford to buy groceries for my kids. And I couldn't afford to pay the electric bill. And we had to sell a vehicle, and we did everything we could, man. Like, every time I turn around, I'm like, what else can I put on Facebook Marketplace? What else can I sell? And because we were trying hard to do it. And the reason I say that is not for you to feel bad for me, but to let you know that I understand this sucks. This path is hard. It's super rewarding and it's absolutely amazing, but it's really hard. And so I talked about that. And then I asked the crowd, I said, are any of you guys struggling? And I got a bunch of head nods. And I asked, like, who here showed up and spent all their money and doesn't even have a suit to wear? And nobody said anything. And so I asked it again. And all of a sudden, this guy on the side of the room, he raised his hand, never met him before. And I invited him to come down. And he was in some pants and a shirt with a tie, and no suit. And just, he looked all right, but he didn't have a suit because he didn't have enough money to buy a suit. And so Tron, the CEO of Spitfire, had gone to Men's Warehouse and bought a $700 gift card and gave it to that guy so that he could go buy himself a suit, so that he knew that he would be ready when it was time to be ready. Because the airlines, they've blessed our families. And it's been a big trial, but sometimes if you're going to decide to feed your family or pay the water bill, or you're going to go buy the suit, you're going to start with feeding your family. And then you're going to pay the water bill. And then if there's $1 left over, maybe you can get a suit. And I think that it's important to know that's okay. And that is good. And if you are struggling, I want to talk to you a little bit about buying a suit on a budget. Okay. Because I never really thought about it. I thought you just could go to Men's Warehouse and buy a suit, or you just go get a Brooks Brothers suit or whatever it is. So the first thing I want you to think about are thrift shops around you. Go look. Take a look at where you live and find those high income areas and go to the thrift shops in that area. See what they have. There might be some consignment stores nearby. They're going to charge more, but a lot of times thrift shops will have a sweet little thing that you can get, have it tailored, pay it $50, $60 to tailor it, probably buy it for $20 or $30, and then for less than $100, you got your suit. Even if you don't have the money to have it tailored just yet, go ahead and get it. If it looks sharp and it looks like it's within the past 20 years and that's what you can do, then go do it. Call the local churches. There are so many churches around everywhere in the United States. There are so many churches. So call them. You might find somebody with an empathetic ear. Tell them what's going on. Don't be too proud. Closed mouths don't get fed. They might help you. They might find somebody in their congregation that's about your size that lets you borrow a suit. Do it. Find those people in your life that are about your size. It's tough for me. I'm 6'4", 230 plus pounds. It's hard to find another freak of nature like me that can fit me, right? But if you are a normal person and you might have friends that are the same size as you, go for it. They might even have shoes that fit you. Give them a try. If you are already at an airline job and you have a suit, take a look around and see who's on their way. Maybe you can help them out. A lot of times there are charities that you can find that will give you suits or give you discounted opportunities. Military folks, right? There's a nonprofit. There's one called Save a Suit. There's Operation Suit Up. There's a couple other organizations out there. Go look around. Ladies, there are charities like Dress for Success. Go reach out, find a way, reach those people that are trying to help, and just go for it. If you end up finding one, and it works, like, keep it, do it. Make sure you get it tailored, do those things, make it look nice, but it's worth it because it'll give you the confidence to win because you look sharp. And that's the key, right? I want you to expand your team. I want you to let people know that you're looking for a suit. Be loud about it. If you are loud about it and you press and you talk to people and you keep bringing it up, you put it out on the internet. Hey, does anybody have a suit? I'm looking for a suit. Somebody help me. Can I borrow a suit? Here's the size I am. I'm a 40, whatever. Like, go out there and be loud about it. Somebody will find a way because you're going to put it out there. People are going to see it. And then they're going to be like, hey, one of my buddies from Facebook or one of my buddies from Instagram is looking for a suit. You look to be about that same size. Do you know anybody? Do you have a suit? Can you help out? And even if you just borrow a suit and you pay for the shipping to get there, like, go for it. Do those things. Turn the rocks over because affording aviation is so stinking expensive. And there are ways around it. And if anybody's a big, tall dude that needs a suit, hit me up. I have a couple here. Maybe they'll fit you. But if you're not really big and tall, it's probably not going to fit you. You don't want to be 5'2" and try to fit on my suit. You look like the movie Big. So, y'all, it's a good thing. It's okay. Do not be embarrassed to not have the money to do the thing. That's the worst of it. And if you see somebody that feels like that, help them know that that's a lie. Help them know that that's not true. And it's okay. And you can work your way through it. I know you can. And it just takes patience. It takes humility. It takes dying to self. And that's good. And that's virtuous. But that's part of aviation. That's what we do. It's probably all I got to say about it. I hope this was worth your time. It just has been on my heart. Thanks for being part of my show. And I'll see you on Monday, all right? Deuces. All right, pilots, that's the episode. I hope you've really enjoyed it. But before you go, do me a quick favor, subscribe to my show, and leave me a review. Give me a 1-star review if it was totally worthless. Give me a 5-star review if it was the most amazing thing you've ever heard. I want to hear from you. So if you can give me a review, subscribe to the podcast, make yourself a little bit better, I will be happy. You'll be happy. We'll keep crushing. I cannot wait to see you on the next episode.
This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. The views expressed are those of the hosts and guests and do not constitute professional advice. The producers and sponsors make no representations or warranties regarding the accuracy, completeness, or applicability of the content.